Have you ever been so excited to get a website deal that when you go in for the meeting, you have nothing to talk about? Well, you're not alone. And that's happened to me. You go into the website meeting and you just, all right, tell me about what you want for your new website, right? And it doesn't work like that. And I'll tell you, the day when my whole life changed was after that happened. And then I went back with a form for the next meeting that I had. And I had listed out an intake form. So what we're going to do here is a discovery mind map. And we're going to talk about all the pieces of a professional website that we need to know before we actually build it. So this is the discovery mind map. And if you stick around till the end, I'm going to give you the copy of the mind map and also a PDF intake form that you can print out and you can have it with you in your Zoom meetings or with the clients. So I'm going to go inside the computer, and while I do that, like this video, smash the bell, subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so first thing, we need to get our client information. Okay, next thing we got to get our project goals in order. Okay. Next thing we need is our website requirements. Next thing we need is information about our current website, if they have one, which everybody has one nowadays, right? Okay, then we need some technical specifications. We got to know about the user experience. Call that UX for short. We have to know the client's design preferences. This one's real important because you can go the wrong direction real quick if you want to just always go with your design. I learned that the hard way, and now I do it right. Okay, we also need content strategy. We have to talk about this with the client. We also have to address SEO and analytics. This is a professional website, okay? If you're building a $500 Wix site or a Squarespace site, and it's like $500 or whatever, I mean, you may not do the SEO and analytics, but you're doing a disservice to everybody, and you should just build a professional website and include these fees in your proposals and SOWs, because without that, what is a website if it doesn't have SEO and analytics? And so this is for a professional site, and we're really getting everything up front. So that's really everything we need to get from a client to build a professional website. Now, they're not going to have everything, and you're going to have to, poke and prod to get some of this information, but the goal is just to get as much information up front, because if you just say, okay, I'm going to start on the website or something like that and just go at it, it is, it could be so much back and forth, and it can be really hard to get all the right information. So what's really important with designing a website is to have all the information so you can, intake it into your brain and really come up with a good strategy and a good foundation that's really going to benefit the client. So let's jump into this even more. If you think I'm missing anything, also, add it in the comments, and I could always add it to my mind map in the future that I give people to download, and, we'll just be helping everybody. Okay, so let's think about the client information, right? You're sitting there with the client on the Zoom or in a meeting, and we need to understand the client's business. We need to understand their mission, their target audience, their core products and services, and even, like their history and what resonates with their customers. Everybody thinks, they have some special thing going on, and we need to know what that is so we can convey it in their professional brand image here. So always want to start with learning a little bit about the company history. Then, we could divide this up a little more. So it could be like business overview. And then we could be okay, so we have business overview, and then we could have history, and then the products or services. All right, just tell us about your company, tell us about your products, tell us about your services. All right. Now under business overview here, let's see here. Client. No, sorry, this is my new Sitemap software. I'm still getting used to things here. Oops. Yo. So we now suddenly, you don't always need this, but you want to ask people if they actually know this. It's good. If they don't have it, they should honestly make it up. Because you need this, and people expect to see this. But if you don't want it, whatever. But at least ask people these questions. What's your mission statement? What's your mission? What's your vision? Get deep with them. This is their business. This is what you're doing to provide a service. You need to get this deep information. Goes to a deeper level once you start asking these kind of questions. All right, so we need to know about their target audience. And that includes their demographics, type of people are they working with, and going after, and trying to help. And then user personas. Tell us about these people a little bit more in depth. Not just their age and their hobbies and activities they like to do, and how many kids and their how much their household income is, and all these things, right? Whether they're into DIY gardening, and we need to put together some user personas here, because we need to know exactly who we're trying to reach here, and what do they associate with and connect with. So the next thing here is competitors, right? And competitors, you have direct competitors and you have indirect competitors. So, a direct competitor, usually companies have like 2 or 3 direct competitors. They're always, checking out their emails, checking out their site. What are they doing for their pop-up? What's their deals now? What's their promos, right? So you got straight up people you're competing with. Then you have indirect people, like, maybe you sell some clothing and, it's in the price range of things at Target. So you might monitor Target's or, Nordstrom's price range that you're in, and just, know that you're competing with them in that price range, right? Whereas you might have a direct competitor, or if you sell some, sugar-free drink with stevia and it tastes like blueberries, and you might have only a couple other companies that have that exactly, right? But then you're still competing against all these other stevia drinks, right? They're indirect competitors. So that's pretty much for the client information there. We got the business overview, the mission and vision, the target audience, and the competitors. All right, so let's go to the project goals here. And for the project goals, basically we need a clear objective and success metrics to ensure that the website is focused and it delivers measurable results. So we need to make sure it does what we need it to do for the business and that it's actually going to do that. If we don't define that in the first phase of the project, such as discovery, then the thing could go anyway. But once we have a clear set of project goals that aligns all of the pieces of this project into a cohesive, overall picture that we can actually define everything else by. So what types of things are project goals? Okay, setting a clear objectives, like we want to increase our traffic, obviously, right? But this is important because not only do you want to increase the traffic, you want to increase the user engagement, right? So let's just say, oops, it's like the opposite button that I'm used to here. Here we go. Say increase organic, or let's say traffic, and then we could say increase traffic, organic, and then we could say PPC, quality score. So if we increase the quality on the page, we'll get a better quality score. That will help us get more traffic cheaper. Also, obviously, for building a new website, one of our goals is success metrics. And these success metrics could be like conversion rate, time on site, engage users, and time on site is actually now with GA4 is engagement time. Increase average order value, right? And then we probably have some some design, and then say better user experience. brand colors and fonts. And they animations, scrolling, backgrounds, right? Okay. Maybe we also have improved content, better content creation, and new content strategy, implement schedule content, right? So these are just some ideas, right? Now, the other thing that we have project goals is we have timelines, which we're going to have project milestones and we're going to have deadlines. And so, I mean, these could be discovery, design, development, SEO, QA, launch, post SEO, QA, or post launch. And then, yeah, you can get the idea here. Deadlines would probably be, let's just say 2 week. Two-week sprint per milestone. Then might be kind of funky. Let's just move this here. I don't know how we could do that. Anyways, I could be like that. Maybe we could have here, yeah, again, still the 2 week thing. So per 2 week, and maybe we could divide it up, but gosh. And now let's just keep it rocking and rolling here. I'm getting a little in depth in some of these things. Okay, let's check out the website requirements here. And basically we need to identify the functional and the design preferences up front that is going to meet the client's needs and the user expectations. So to say that in another way, we need to figure out what kind of function and design is going to work right for the user of the website and also fulfill the client's expectation of what their new website should do. So we need to define the requirements. So functional requirements. right? Then we have design preferences. We have content needs. You have SEO. So, functional requirements. This is going to be like e-commerce capabilities. Membership area. It's a membership site. Calendar. All right, and this might be pushing it. I think live chat might be under like maybe technical specs, but maybe not. I mean, functional requirements, I guess. So right. Thinking if there's anything else off the top of my head, some basic things. Okay, that's fine. So we got some, we have some requirements here, and then design preferences. So that's gonna be like, we want it to be minimalist, and then bold, colorful, heads up, white space, rounded corners, things like that. Content needs, that's gonna be like basically you need text content, and then you need media content, right? And then media content, that can be like images, videos, animations. So that's that. And then SEO considerations. When you optimize, there's like meta tags, heading tags, keywords, interlinking. All this stuff improves the website visibility and the user experience. So we just want to discuss these things with the client, make sure they understand what they are and what's going on. And if they have any suggestions, they probably already know some things that they want to contribute to this area. But meta tags, heading tags, like H1, H2, let's say, etc. Page keyword optimization, and then interlinking. Just a couple things here. You be like, hey, we're gonna be writing a blog every month, and we're gonna be linking to your main product pages or main services, creating text interlinking, things like that. Also, obviously, but maybe not so obvious, is we need an actual SEO strategy here. So like a overall SEO strategy, SEO keyword research, like or maybe you say SEO keywords. They're going to tell you some keywords. All right, let's go over here. Current website. So maybe I should have been way more zoomed in the whole time. I apologize. My first video like this, but okay. So the current website, we want to analyze the current website's strength, weaknesses, analytic. Oops. Oh, hey. Oh. The analytics data, user feedback, and user feedback is in the form of surveys. You can use SurveyMonkey or whatever, or send out a MailChimp, or just ask people. Testimonials. So you're going to look at their Google reviews, look at their on-site testimonials, try to figure out some things about their current website. Maybe you're going to be like, promises shipping in 7 days, I got it in 10 days, right? Okay, there's problem right there, right? So testimonials are cool, like Trustpilot. Look at the 1 and 2 reviews, see what's going on. Why are people... Sometimes businesses hide the 1 and 2 reviews, so you actually have to ask them, hey, give me Trustpilot access so I can go in there and see the actual reviews. Okay. Then we want analytics data. We want that. We want to know things about the traffic sources, and we also want to know things about the user behavior. Also, if it's like e-commerce and monetization. Oh, I see some conversion data, and it's a good place to start. Weaknesses, as I was saying before, user complaints, low traffic pages. They might have some pages that just don't get traffic, or they're just not optimized or created correctly, so you want to identify that and improve on those on the new site. Strengths, positive user feedback, and high traffic pages. Pretty self-explanatory, but this is really what it comes down to here. Okay, let's talk about the technical specifications now. So when you're talking about technical specifications, you're talking about technical requirements like the platform, integrations, plugins, ensuring that it's built on a solid foundation, the hosting, and that it's also set up for future growth. So, we'll address all those things. We'll talk to the client and figure out everything before we even get started. This is all really important stuff. It really makes sure that it's scalable and manageable by you or manageable by them, or scalable in terms of, user experience, hosting capacity, etc. So first thing is the platform, technology. Then we have the integrations or plugins. We have hosting, we have security, okay, on platform or technology, maybe it's WordPress, maybe it's Webflow, maybe it's Framer, maybe it's just HTML5, CSS3. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm dating myself there, but let's just say HTML, CSS. Anyways, it's actually not really. Whatever. Integrations and plugins. So this is going to be like the CRM, the email marketing, SMS marketing, and then mass integrations plugin. And then, let's just take it further. Like, for email marketing, say we use Klaviyo, and for SMS marketing, we use Attentive, and for our CRM, we use, NewNode. CRM, we use Salesforce. Just some examples. Hosting, is it NewNode? They do everything. Is it a shared host? Is it cloud host? Is it dedicated? Server. All right, things we gotta know. Security, depending on what their configuration is. I mean, security actually could be important, especially if it's a high-profile site. So, is there a firewall? Does it have DDoS protection? Is it Cloudflare? Things like that. Another thing also, obviously, is SSL certs. What's going on with the certificates? All right, let's jump over to user experience. So, user experience here, we've got user journeys. We've got wireframes. We've got navigation structure. All right, and then with the user journeys, we have like visitor paths. We have conversion funnels. With the wireframes, usually we have home page, then we have regular interior pages, then we could have product pages, then we could have category pages, then we could have subcategory pages, right? So these are some types of wireframes. The navigation structure, without getting too complex, we've got a main menu up at the top, and we've got a footer menu. So, what are those working with? We could also talk about page structure. And this will be, let's talk about impatient, right? Page structure, and then this could be like header, hero, services, FAQ, pre-footer, footer, right? Maybe you talk about certain things like, hey, how do you want the page laid out, right? Blah, 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 blah. Animations, maybe like videos, Okay, something like that. Just talking about these things in terms of user experience. Right now, under design preferences, incorporating their branding and style to be cohesive and visually appealing that aligns with their actual brand identity it's hard. It's an art, So when you're redesigning a website, it's like the goal is to actually represent the brand, their colors, their fonts, their feeling, their emotions into a website. And so we need to follow their brand style guides, and also just dig a little deeper into the design aspect. So right off the bat here, we got branding guidelines. We talk about branding guidelines. We talk about the logo usage. Maybe they've got horizontal layout and a vertical layout and mobile oval layout. I don't know. Also got their colors. They've got their style preferences. And this is going to be their typography. It's also going to be their imagery. What kind of images, do they want it? I'm working with a green roofing company. It's like, we like that architectural landscape look. Green and lots of things. They also like the workers, so this is some of their style preferences. Like they like seeing people actually in the middle of projects and things like that. So okay, let's see. Example websites. Competitor sites. Straight up, let's look at their competitors. Sometimes it's not in their same niche, but they like certain sites, so those are inspiration sites. Then we've got the color schemes. Sticking them more with their brand guidelines, but you want to talk about it. The primary colors and their accent colors. Do they want dark? Do they want light? Do they want it to change at midnight? While a chili pepper dances across the screen. All right. Let's talk about content strategy. Man, for my first video, this is getting long. I hope people actually are watching this. I really hope it helps people. Okay. Talking about the content strategy. When you're planning content types and management systems, you're going to ensure that the website delivers relevant, engaging, and regularly updated information to the user. So we're going to give them what they want, and we're also going to keep giving them more content, right? Like nobody designs a website anymore and it's just 5 pages and that's it. Like it needs to keep getting more pages, and it needs to start, getting those pages ranked, and it takes time. You literally, if you create a page, it takes weeks or months for it to get indexed and then actually get ranked and then get increased in the rankings. It has no authority. There's no backlinks to it. Usually people's sites, small sites, their whole sites don't even have authority, let alone pages within their site. So, yeah, you have to really think about it, especially if you're doing redesigns nowadays. You just got to integrate a content strategy. It's also what can make you some money too, because you actually have to, manage the content. So let's talk about it here. Blogging is still great, and case studies are really good for companies that deal with customers, and they can showcase studies because it's actually shows that those types of things attract and retain visitors, right? So when you have blogs and you have case studies, let's throw them in there now. Well, actually, we'll take a step back. Do like content types, and then we'll be like blogs, pages, case studies, right? Because you're probably not, once they have services or products, you're not going to really add that many more of those pages, but you could still add blogs, and you can still find other types of pages into your pages to make, and like such as what, like an FAQ maybe, applications, installation, I don't know. There's a million pages you can make inside. These are just some examples. Okay, so content types. Now, we got to talk about the content management system, or CMS. Now, again, our other technology area is actually taking care of this, but let's just say it's WordPress or it's a custom CMS. Right? If you have, some people have static sites, they don't have CMSs. So you have to talk about what's going to be managing that. And hopefully you're already doing it as something with an actual CMS. So let's not spend too much time on that one. Copywriting, right? You got to make sure that it's SEO copywriting. Everything in this new website has to be optimized. You also need usually new written content. You're also gonna carry over existing SEO, if any. What does that mean? It means you're gonna use keywords and not, get rid of everything and rewrite all new content. So maybe you're gonna use the current content, but repurpose it and improve it, right? You just need to talk about these things with the customer. We also need to talk about the brand voice. What's that sound like? Then we got to talk about the actual media. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's images, it's videos, it's things like video embeds, images, specifically image optimization. Right, we're getting a little technical into the strategy part of it. Let's dive into the SEO. When it's actually SEO and analytics, and so when implementing the SEO strategies and analytics tracking, it basically going to maximize the visibility in the search engines and measure how effectively it's performing. So you need to do this, and then you can also sell recurring services by monitoring this, generating your own reports, talking to them, and creating recommendations. And then keep improving on the website, analyzing it, making recommendations every month, and that's how you can establish some recurring revenue. So with SEO Next, we need a keyword strategy. I put this in the other part too, but this is just in this part as well, because then a keyword strategy, short tail, and we have long tail. All right, long keywords, short keywords. And then we also want the overarching keyword strategy. And so basically you're going to make a spreadsheet and you're going to put all the main keywords or areas of keywords up at the top, and then you're going to put all the other ones inside. Okay, now this is on page SEO, right? You're rebuilding the website, you get to do on page SEO. We talked about this before. It's meta tags, it's heading tags, it's on page keyword. I definitely wrote this in the other area, but whatever, it's fine. Define it here and talk about it even more with the client, because you're selling it to them and it's going to be expensive. Interlinking, right? Then analytics and Google Suite setup, which this is going to be like your Google Analytics, your Google Tag Manager, your Google Search Console, those things. And then also for Google Analytics, you can be like, we're going to set up conversion tracking, right? And then you're like, oh, we didn't do the analytics. We should probably add that into our plugins, right? That I know that if let's say we're going to be using WordPress, right? So I know we're going to need the Monster Insights GA4 plugin, right? So honestly, when you go into discovery meetings, I actually recommend making a mind map of everything with them, and I could even make it a template, I think, and you can get a copy of it. Okay, and then this one, I see on analytics, reporting. And we'll just keep it simple right now, which is monthly reports. And then, and I would sell them on that, right? Like every month, I'm going to make a custom report, and you go into GA4 and you go into SEMrush and Search Console and you cut it up and make a screenshot and Google Doc of what you want. That's what I do, and I could show you how to do that in the future here. If you want that, put a comment. And then custom dashboards. So this might be like Google Data Studio. I think it's called like Onlooker now or something. And or GA4 custom reporting, or there's a bunch of dashboards that pull from different softwares. But talk about all that with them. Okay, that is pretty much it. This video is only 49 minutes long, but let's take a wide-eye view on it. Wow, it's huge. I did it. Oh. There it is. So I have this all in like a form that I made. It's like a PDF, you can print it out. Doesn't have all these things, but it has most of those ideas, and it's enough that you can go into a meeting and have a list of things that you know you got to talk about. Got a little space to write it out, everything. So if you like this, thanks for watching. Sign up, I'll give you a copy of the mind map, and also check the description for a link. I'll give you that PDF form so you can have that for your meetings. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.